Hey everybody, Livingston here. Today we're going to jump into another fun-filled episode of the Twilight Zone. This time it's Season 4, Episode 4, He's Alive. Came out January 24th, 1963. Another episode I haven't seen before. But before we get started, let's jump into what you had to say about last week's episode, Valley of the Shadow. Medium John Silver says, you mentioned that you would like to see a sequel to Valley of the Shadow. The episode I would like to see a sequel to is The Odyssey of Flight 33. It has been 64 years since the airplane re-entered the time slipstream. We could see it reappear any day now. Imagine the disorientation of the passengers adjusting to 2025. Yeah, that would be great to see the Odyssey of Flight 33 and a continuation of that, because I remember they're just leaving it open-ended. The plane was continuing on, hoping to God that they end up at their own time. They were getting ready to run out of fuel too, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it would definitely be awesome to see a sequel to that, as well as Valley of the Shadow, as well as a few other ones. Another one that comes to mind is that one with Charles Bronson and Elizabeth Montgomery too. I wanted to see the continuation of that love story and how it would blossom in the post-apocalyptic world that they lived in, since they were from both different places and they were kind of like a remnants or artifact of what happened in the war, and they were still holding animosity, or at least Elizabeth Montgomery was, until they just both decided, like, what's the sense? The world's done. We should just be together, kumbaya, and that's that. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see a continuation of some of the stories. Maybe they should have like a Twilight Zone sequel series and they end up doing sequels to the episodes that they wrote. Blakely Blah Blah says boring. Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't think it was boring. I enjoyed it. It kept my interest. Lethal Leopard says, 0 seconds ago, Valley of the Shadow is one of my favorite Twilight Zone episodes from Season 4. 1207, King 9 Will Not Return is an episode of the Twilight Zone you've already reacted to Season 2, Episode 1. 33 minutes out of all of those episodes you mentioned, Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, Naked Time, Equality of Mercy, are from past seasons. The Encounter is the only one coming up in Season 5. I want to say Nightmare at 20,000 Feet is not has not come about yet. I don't remember watching that episode. I could be wrong, but I think that's one that I haven't seen. Jonathan Stein says, pretty dull episode. Don't know if it would even have worked better as a half hour instead of an hour. I think it would have worked better as a half hour. It would have been more streamlined. It would have been a more simple story in general, but in the end, I thought it was an okay episode. I didn't think it was bad. I maybe drug a little bit, but I'm kind of just getting used to it being just an hour-long episode. Jack Dorsey 4850 says, this story reminds me of The Prisoner, starring Patrick McGoohan. This was one of my favorite episodes. Well, look, you got some people saying boring, and you got other people saying this is their favorite, so yeah, it's always a up in the air kind of thing when it comes to these episodes in Season 4 is what I'm finding. Medium John Silver responded to Jack Dorsey and said, The Prisoner is the best. It would be awesome if Livingston did a reaction to the 17 episodes. The Prisoner. Didn't they redo that at some point? I'll have to look that up. I'll put that on my list. Jack Dorsey 4850 says, bring it back. Yeah, that would be cool. Let me look that up. The Prisoner. The Prisoner is a British television series created by Patrick McGoohan. Man, I'm just butchering that name. Who stars as number 6, a nameless British intelligence agent who is abducted. Then this came out back in 1968, and the final episode was in 68, February 1st. So, was it just a short series, or was it just the first season that didn't go anywhere? And The Prisoner is a 2009 miniseries. It was announced in late 2005, and it stars Jim Caviezel, Sir Ian McKellen, Ruth Wilson, and Haley Atwell. I don't think I've ever seen that, so I'm going to definitely check that out. It was an AMC miniseries as well. So, have you seen the miniseries, or is it just the first one from 1968? That's the one that needs to be watched. Let me know, comment below. Antonio Dragon 88 says, great episode. Hey, see, you got people saying boring, people saying great. You just don't know with these episodes. Kindle Square says, this is another boring episode. Didn't quite understand on what this episode's about, but if it was me, I will probably stay there and have her as my companion. She has pretty eyes. Well, I would say that I understand where you're coming from, as well as what other people say about this episode in terms of wanting to leave and not be a prisoner to this town. Because once you stay, you had to stay. And if you couldn't, then you see what happens at the end of this episode. They get sent off and no memory of what they just did. There's pluses and minuses to it. I mean, you have a society that has everything they ever want. You can do whatever you want, but at the same time, you can't leave because you have to keep this secret. And if you let it out into the world, there's a possibility of letting it out to people that don't need to know the secret. Not yet, anyways, until there's peace on Earth and goodwill towards everybody. But we're far from that back in 65, and we're pretty far from that still now. So maybe we have another 100 or so years to go before we have peace. Not sure. I'm still waiting for that Star Trek society, but it probably won't happen in my lifetime. With all that being said, though, let's jump into the episode and see what we're getting into.
The Twilight Zone.
The economy of our world have always found the insidious breed of international banking. Their religion is monetary gain. Their loyalties first deal with money.
Looks like Dennis Hopper.
Examine the phenomenon.
It is Dennis Hopper. Very young Dennis Hopper.
That the lines lead directly to Palestine. They lead directly to Africa.
And we're still talking about the same things today.
They lead directly to the Vatican.
Oh no.
So there we are. There it is. There is a conspiracy personified by the yellow man, by the black man.
Oh, we getting racist now.
Oh, there'll come a morning. Yes, there will. There will come a morning. They'll be sitting right there on your doorstep.
If anybody's sitting on your doorstep, buddy, he's a man in a white coat.
You think that's pretty funny, don't you? That they can sell out your flag.
Hey, you're such a big tiger. Why don't you come down here and do something about it?
Someday this country's gonna wake up.
They're looking uneasy.
Sold them out right on the top.
Oh. Hey now. Gotta be dry cleaned. It's a horrible punch. Well, you are horrible at fighting, Dennis Hopper.
No more big talk, huh? A big hater so long as you got a couple of punks standing in front of you.
Clear it out. Yeah, this looks great for you guys.
Problems, fellas, huh?
The communists did this.
Which ones?
They ran off.
All of them were communists.
All of them, huh?
Press charges, we'll need names.
Well, you just forget about it. We can handle this ourselves.
Hey, Jack, you got your,
Burning letter. Oh.
There'll come a day when guys like you will crawl on your belly. Just to salute this.
Let me know the date, Jack. That morning I'll cut my wrists.
Yeah, you don't have a massive army. It's just a few guys, unless there's more of you hidden in other places.
Pete, I'm glad you're okay. Boy, there must have been 8-10 guys on top of me. Every time you get a hot night, you get a couple of bindle stiffs in the crowd, and they swing it all the wrong way. Remember how I was telling you, every time you get a hot night...
It's all right. It's done. It's
been a crap night, guys.
I tried so hard out there tonight. I couldn't get through to any of them.
And then you feel a little sympathetic to him, man. You know, even though he's a bit of a racist and a jerk.
What I had to say to them, I knew what I had to tell them, and I couldn't. Someday they're gonna cheer.
Someday they will, Pete.
Portrait of a Bush League Fuhrer named Peter Vulmer, and finds himself perpetually hungry for want of greatness in his diet, and to rationalize why a world passes him by without saluting. In his own twisted and distorted lexicon, he calls it faith, strength, truth. But in just a moment, Peter Vulmer will ply his trade on another kind of corner, a strange intersection in a shadowland called
The Twilight Zone. He's alive. Alive. Wow, how does that reference anything to this episode, I wonder? Does he die, then come back and there's a he's alive moment? I don't know.
Wash your face. It's not a mortal wound. I think you'll survive. When you get home, put some iodine on it. Want a cup of coffee?
A drink? May I have a drink, Ernst?
Hot chocolate.
Wine? You want some wine?
Wine works. Kind, red or white? Well, guess white. You're a racist. Yeah, give him a taller glass. There we go. That makes it all better. Suck it down. Go, 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 go.
Just how many next times do you suppose a human being has in the scheme of things?
Don't lecture me.
Is this guy Jewish? You're one of them.
Can I stay here tonight?
Remains here for you as usual.
You're a good friend, Ernst.
A man does what he believes in. Well, I believe certain things.
What do you believe?
What difference does it make if we don't think alike about the same things? I mean, we're friends. You've known me since I was a kid.
There's some morality there.
And I used to find you crying at my door late at night. I could pity you then. Now you peddle hate on street corners.
It's a point of view. It's a philosophy.
I know it quite well. 9 years in a place called Dachau.
Yep. I had a feeling.
You know, frustrated men, sick men, angry men. 12 million bodies in shallow graves. And it all started with young men in uniform talking on street corners.
You let me come here. You never sent me away.
No,
Yeesh.
I never did. I never do. That's the weakness you scream about on your street corners. The weakness that makes a man his brother's keeper. Oh, I must be one of the worst of your criminals, Peter. Very preoccupied with my brother. I should close the door on you.
But
Perhaps this is my sickness. I only see the boy. Sleep on the couch.
Why don't you understand? You're like a father. A drunken father used to slam me against the wall. She didn't even recognize me half the time.
does that mean you have to be an ass to everybody else?
Because you were gentle with me and you talked to me and you fed me and you took care of me. Ernst, you're my father.
Yeah, well, you kind of failed you a bit.
The little boy with so much fear in him. Rest well.
You think somebody who helped raise you, who went through the Holocaust, would have some kind of moral input into a person's psyche, like this guy, showing that it's completely wrong to be doing the things that he's wanting in this world? It's Rod Serling.
Who is it?
A friend, Mr. Vulmer.
No, it's not Rod Serling. It would be funny, though.
Come down, Mr. Vulmer. Come down and we will talk, you and I. Hello, Mr. Vulmer.
How did you know where I was?
I simply followed your tears, Mr. Vulmer.
You said that you had something to talk about.
I do indeed. I have you to talk about. And the things you believe in, which are the things I believe in as well.
Is this the devil?
How do you move a mob, Mr. Vulmer?
Or is this Hitler?
How do you make them feel as one with you? Speak to them as if you were a member of the mob. Speak to them in their language, on their level. If they are poor, talk to them of poverty. If they are angry, give them objects for their anger. Is that you make this mob an extension of yourself. They call us hate mongers. They say we're biased. They say we hate minorities. Should I tell you who are the minorities? We are the minorities. Started that way.
Understand, I think I understand.
That's good.
They call us hate mongers. They say that we hate the minorities. Understand the term, neighbors. We are the minorities. Patriotism is the minority. Because love of country is the minority. Let me tell you something, neighbors. I want you to dwell on this.
People are engaged.
We had the atom bomb, and suddenly we wanted to send men into space. But it was the Russians who got there first. We had the hydrogen bomb.
Russians?
It was the Russians who sold us out, who stabbed us in the back. This minority will not give up the fight.
Are they in this, or are they like, I don't know.
And this is the legacy.
What a great man. Not really. Well, Hitler told you how to talk. I guess people like you now.
If I don't get paid, you don't have the hall tomorrow night.
Can't you see we're busy?
No dough, no rental. No dough, no use of the hall tomorrow night.
What seems to be the problem?
He gotta have his shekels, gotta have his little old money.
Am I to understand that you're going to lock us out of this hall because of a couple weeks' rent? We happen to be a young movement. We're still struggling. We need time to grow.
I just rent the hall.
Yeah, you gotta understand that.
Or you build a platform in the street.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. Go get a field.
Pete, we gotta do something. I can do it. I guarantee it. Yeah.
Somebody left this for you.
Yeah.
Nobody saw him. He just left at the back door. Your name is on it.
2 C's. We needed $200 for rent, and there it is.
Was it Hitler?
The message was just for you to get it, that's all.
Gibbons, come and get it.
This can't end well.
You were great tonight, Pete. You were really something. Can't describe how it sounded.
Like Hitler?
We're going to make it now, Frank. Now we're really going to make it.
You bet your life.
An excellent performance, Mr. Vulmer. You learn quickly.
I'd like to know who I'm thanking.
I am just pleased I could be of help. You delivered the speech exactly as I told. I happen to feel your work is very important. One of you,
One
Mr.
of
Vulmer.
us.
You might say I am you. I have some suggestions.
He's working through you, continue his work that was abruptly interrupted by in 1945, unless you believe that he survived and went to South America, which is a possibility.
A martyr. The organization needs a martyr.
A martyr? How do you find a martyr?
You do not find one, Mr.
You make one?
You choose one.
Same.
You wrap him in a flag, and you make his death work for you. Find a man who is of no value while he's alive, but who can serve you when he's dead.
You talking to somebody, Pete?
You tell Frank to come in here.
Sure thing, Pete. Right away.
Excellent, Mr. Vulmer. An excellent choice.
There must be some other way.
There is no other way, Mr. Vulmer. If you weaken now, there is no point in going on. Tell him the informer has done you irreparable damage. The informer must be put out of the way. Put out of the way cleverly, Mr. Vulmer. Put out of the way so that there is some question as to who is responsible. None of you were there at the beginning.
Nick's a friend of mine.
This is an act of friendship.
Is it?
We are allowing him to serve the cause.
One way of looking at it.
We got a stoolie in the group, Frank. Nick. Nick's been talking. I think he's been hired by the police. I know it for a fact. Everything we've done, everything we've said, Nick's told. Get rid of him. Make it look like somebody who hates us did.
I understand. Call it. You've got it.
Yeah, he's got power now. It's gonna go to his head, huh? A good Nazi. Uh-oh.
Anything else? Right.
We now, all of us, have a martyr.
Have a martyr!
Congratulations. We got a group going on now.
It's a good crowd.
Right up to the ceiling.
What's the matter, Stanley?
Nick was my friend, Pete. He was a nice guy.
Do you want me to really tell you what Nick was, Stanley? Would you really like a rundown? He was a fat pig. He was a greasy big mouth. He was a nickel and dime Judas. And he got exactly what he deserved. So don't mourn for Nick, Stanley.
We really turned him into an asshole. In his mind, anyways.
A man of honor died last week. A decent,
Like how he says he's a crappy person in one breath and he's wonderful in the next.
freedom. He gave his life for us. Some skulking assassin. Nick Bloss did not die in vain. Wipe away his honor who wants to see the United States of America be free. We must live for this.
This crowd's getting bigger and bigger.
Got a voice on him.
I knew it when he was just a whimper.
That's a bad kid, that one. Used to be people would laugh at him, but lately he gets the crowd.
A silent little boy with very little to say. I've seen it before.
That was another time, Mr. Gantz.
Is it though?
That's what we said too.
Think that.
Temporary insanity, part of the passing scene, too monstrous to be real. We ignored them. And then one morning, the country woke up from an uneasy sleep, and there was no more laughter. But not again. It mustn't happen again.
He's got to stop it.
We simply can't let it happen again. All that nightmare. Oh, no. No, not this time.
I want to ask you a few questions. You just answer yes and no to the following. The United States of America to remain free.
Well, it's a given.
Do you want your homes infected with the vermin from foreign shores? No!
There's nice people from foreign shores too. You know, not everyone's bad, just like not everyone's good over here in the US of A, you know.
I can tell them what you were saying. I've heard it before. I've heard it 1,000 times before. In Munich, on 100 different street corners. It was drivel then, and it is drivel now. A 1963 Führer right off the assembly line? Well, this one is not so new. This one is nothing but a cheap copy.
Do something about it. We're losing the audience. Let me get rid of him.
They're all alike, who take applause like a needle.
Please.
He's a weak man.
Listen to me, Peter, or else I'll tell them about a quaking, whimpering boy who cried on my couch, who still cries on my couch.
Please, Ernst, please don't.
You're gonna...
Down.
Yeah, put me down, put me down. This is your strength, and the torchlights, and the crowd, and the Sieg Heil. The only sort of answer your kind knows how to give. This is your Führer.
people going to get up and follow him out? I guess not. I figured they would have followed him out, you know, like he made an impression.
The way it is, I knew him. I knew the old man. I've known him for so long.
He cheapened you, Mr. Vulmer.
You planned the battles and you're never there when they're fought. Why don't you come up here alongside of me?
I was making speeches before you could read them. I was taking over the world. And as for being in darkness, Mr. Vulmer, I invented darkness.
Oh, look who it'd be. We called it. Guess he just realized what we were working for.
You picked me.
I did not pick you, Mr. Vulmer. You picked me. You invoked my name. You stole my slogans. In the past, I have given you suggestions. Now I give orders. First an idea, then a force. Just as I did it before, Mr. Vulmer. With my own hands. The old man, you'll be back again tomorrow night, the next night. I know him. I know the type. He's kind of dangerous. They hold us back. Kill him.
Uh-oh.
Yes, tonight. Now. He'll be in his room.
I'll do it right now.
Are you, though? Or will you have a change of heart? Will you see the error of your ways before you go too far?
When you come back, we will have much to talk about. This is only the beginning, Mr. Vulmer. This is just the dawn.
Uh-oh. Looks like he's all in.
You wouldn't listen to me, Ernst. I couldn't even begin to tell you what's happened, Ernst. There's no stopping us now.
No stopping you.
Always a way to stop you.
An old man stopped you tonight with a few words.
There's someone else behind us.
He'd have to be a very imposing figure, Peter. More imposing than you. More imposing than that, too, Peter.
Which only goes to show that you don't know me very well, Ernst.
I know you. To a torn man craving respect, identity. I don't fear you. So you may do what you have in mind at any time you wish. For this last one reminder to you. You can never kill an idea.
That's true.
Never.
Ernst, I'm made of steel.
Destroy me.
You did it. You crossed over into villain territory.
But at the expense of the thing most other men have. Fragments of decency. Tell them right from wrong. Make them feel guilt and dishonor. That make them love.
It's the end of him. Surprised nobody came out of their apartment with, what was that? What's next? How's this all gonna end? I'm hoping horribly for him now.
Mr. Vulmer! Sentimentality?
None.
Steal tonight. What did you destroy tonight?
A growth that was on our flesh that had to be removed.
How did it feel?
It felt like I was immortal.
We are immortal!
We have a warrant for your arrest.
What for?
Complicity and murder. Victim's name was Nicholas Bloss.
He's a wanted man. Oh, got him.
Something very wrong here. You've made a terrible mistake. You understand that I'm made out of steel?
Nope. You're basically dying.
Where will he go next? This phantom from another time. Chicago, Los Angeles, Miami, Florida, Vincennes, Indiana, Syracuse, New York. He's alive so long as these evils exist. Remember that when he comes to your town. Remember it when you hear a name called, a minority attacked, any blind, unreasoning assault. He's alive because through these things, we keep him alive.
He's alive. I thought that was a good episode. I believe what the reference was saying Adolf Hitler was alive and well, basically in spirit, moving on from one person to another, trying to enact what he's been trying to do since World War II. And since that didn't work, his spirit is now a dark entity moving into this world and moving from one person to the next, trying to seed his evil in someone's mind, basically. I thought it was a pretty good episode. I was a little bored here and there with it. That's just what happens with these longer length episodes. Still enjoy the 23-minute long episodes that they had in the first, second, and third seasons. Fourth season, I'm still enjoying the season. the episodes just kind of go on a little longer than I want them to. Maybe cut another 10 minutes off of them. That'd probably be a perfect length for me. I thought 23 minutes was a perfect length. I can probably settle for 30. But all in all, strong episode. I thought Dennis Hopper gave it his all in this character of, being up there and just trying to be a success. Somebody who was respected, who was loved, admired, and he ended up getting that to a point where it went to his mind, thinking he had so much power that he was basically immortal or he couldn't be touched. As if he was Adolf Hitler in the height of his supreme rule of Germany, and of course at that time he can go around and shoot somebody in the middle of the square and get away with it. Luckily, the Americans got involved along with Europe and the Allied forces and the Russians, and we decided to say, screw you, Hitler, you're out. And thankfully, it all ended the way it did. But with all that being said, let's jump into some trivia and see what's to get this episode off the ground. Rod Serling considered this episode, which he wrote and which examines the subject of Nazism, National Socialism, to be the most important of the series. Within a week after the telecast, Rod Serling and his staff reportedly received 4,000 pieces of vitriolic hate mail. Among a handful of Twilight Zone episodes to exclude the series title in the closing narration, other episodes to do this included Jess Bell, which had no closing narration at all, Long Live Walter Jameson, On Thursday We Leave From Home, and The Four of Us Are Dying. In the back of Pete Vulmer, when he is speaking from the podium, in the back of Peter Vulmer, when he is speaking from the podium, are large photos of Adolf Hitler and 3 of Hitler's highest-ranking officers, Joseph Goebbels, Hermann Göring, and Heinrich Himmler. The parallel is Peter Vulmer as a new Hitler, with 3 of his highest-ranking officers standing behind him. The episode's director, Stuart Rosenberg, would later direct Dennis Hopper in the classic film Cool Hand Luke. Howard Kane would later play Gestapo officer Major Hochstetter on Hogan's Heroes. Unlike many TV shows and movies of the era, this episode uses 2 actual pieces of U.S. currency instead of stage money. The $100 bill in the bottom is a Series 1950B Federal Reserve note, briefly showing a scalloped edge district seal and the signature of U.S. Treasurer Ivy Baker Priest. The serial number beginning with L05 marked it as a 1950-B rather than an earlier 1950-A with the same signature. The top bill is a Series 1934C Federal Reserve note, showing the signatures of U.S. Treasurer W.A. Julian and Secretary of the Treasury John W. Snyder. Both bills were issued by the San Francisco Federal Reserve District, showing the letter L on the seal and serial number and the district number 12. There is a distinct martial-sounding snare drum beat that recurs. It is most prominent when Hitler steps fully into the light to reveal himself to Peter and to us. That snare drum beat is taken exactly from the first movement of the Symphony No. 7 of Dmitri Shostakovich, which was written during the German army's siege of Leningrad in World War II. Appropriately, the work is known as the Leningrad Symphony. Well, that's it for this episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to continue on this voyage to episode 156 of the Twilight Zone. Until next time, see you later.